Knocked out from Makhachev. Big connection by Makhachev, shaken off by Volk.
Have you noticed how fighters from Dagestan are taking over the UFC? These guys are strong, smart, and fearless. They fight like lions and never give up. But what makes them so special? Why are they dominating the Octagon? Today, we will explore the rise of Dagestani fighters. From Khabib Nurmagomedov to Islam Makhachev, we will look at their skills, training, and fights. Get ready for an action-packed journey into the world of powerful champions. Let's dive in. The rise of Dagestani fighters. Dagestan, a small region in Russia, has become the home of some of the toughest fighters in the world. Their training is hard, their discipline is strong, and their wrestling skills are on another level. These fighters don't just fight, they dominate. Khabib Nurmagomedov, the Eagle. Khabib Nurmagomedov is one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time. He retired undefeated with a perfect record of 29 wins and 0 losses. His wrestling was his biggest weapon. Once he grabbed his opponents, they had no chance to escape. He was strong, fast, and extremely smart inside the cage. One of Khabib's most famous fights was against Conor McGregor at UFC 229. Many people believed Conor would win because of his striking skills, but Khabib dominated the fight. He took Conor down, controlled him, and made him tap out. That victory made Khabib a global superstar. Khabib wasn't just a fighter, he was a leader. He inspired a new generation of Dagestani fighters. His success proved that discipline, hard work, and strong wrestling could take over the UFC. Sadly, in 2020, Khabib lost his father and coach, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov. After that, he promised his mother he would never fight again. He retired after defeating Justin Gaethje at UFC 254, leaving the sport at the top. Many fans were sad to see him go, but Khabib's legacy lives on. He trained and guided fighters like Islam Makhachev, Umar Nurmagomedov, and Usman Nurmagomedov, who are now dominating the MMA world. Khabib changed the UFC forever. He was not just a champion, he was a game changer. And even though he's no longer fighting, his influence is stronger than ever. His students continue his mission, proving that Dagestan is here to stay. Islam Makhachev, the new champion. Islam Makhachev is currently the best active fighter in the UFC, and for good reason. He has dominated the lightweight division and proved that the legacy of Dagestani fighters is still going strong. Many believe that after Khabib Nurmagomedov retired, no one could fill his shoes. But Islam proved everyone wrong. Makhachev comes from the same training camp as Khabib, learning under the legendary coach Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov. While he shares Khabib's elite wrestling skills, Islam brings something extra to the table with his striking. Unlike Khabib, who mostly relied on his grappling, Islam has developed powerful punches and kicks, making him a more complete fighter. His ability to dominate both on the ground and in stand-up fights makes him a nightmare for his opponents. One of his biggest moments came in his fight against Alexander Volkanovski. Many thought Volkanovski would put up a tough challenge, but Islam shocked the world with a brutal head kick that knocked him out cold. With that victory, Islam not only defended his UFC lightweight championship, but he also proved that he could finish fights with his striking as well as his wrestling. Now, Islam Makhachev is ranked as the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He has defended his title more times than any other lightweight champion in history. His dominance continues to grow, and fans are left wondering, who can stop him? So far, no one has found an answer. Zabit Magomedsharipov, the what-if fighter. Zabit was one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC. He had crazy kicks, fast punches, and amazing submissions. Many believed he would become a champion, but sadly, he retired early. Fans still wonder, what if Zabit had continued fighting? Would he have won the championship? We will never know, but he will always be remembered as one of the most skilled Dagestani fighters. Zabit Magomedsharipov might be one of the UFC's biggest what-ifs. Magomedsharipov was the ACV featherweight champion before getting signed to the UFC, and many felt he was going to be one of the greatest featherweights of all time.
Khabib Nurmagomedov!
He won all 6 of his UFC appearances, 3 by way of submission, before abruptly retiring from MMA. The fighter left the sport in order to become a doctor and now coaches his younger brother Kazan. If Magomedsharipov had stayed fighting, he would have been in his prime and could be a UFC champion today. We'll never know just how truly great he could have been. Umar Nurmagomedov, the future champion? Khabib's cousin, Umar Nurmagomedov, is an undefeated fighter in the UFC. He has strong wrestling, just like Khabib, but he is also a great striker. Many people believe that Umar will become a champion very soon. Umar is now preparing for his biggest challenge, fighting Merab Dvalishvili. If he wins, he will fight for the title. Will Umar become the next Dagestani UFC champion? He is one of the best Russians in MMA not already signed to the UFC. He is the cousin of Khabib and trained under Abdulmanap just like Islam, who also appears on the list. He's the current Bellator lightweight champion and has competed in the UAE Warriors and Eagle Fighting Championship. He's currently undefeated in his professional career and has had just 4 of his 18 wins go to the judges' scorecards, and will next compete at the end of January when he defends his title against Irishman Paul Hughes in the PFL. Shara Bullet, the most dangerous fighter? Not all Dagestani fighters are wrestlers. Shara Bullet is different. He loves to fight standing up. His punches and kicks are deadly. He is fast, powerful, and always looking for a knockout. Shara has won 15 fights in a row. He is now challenging the best fighters in the division. Many believe he will become a champion soon. Will he continue his incredible winning streak? Magomed Ankalaev, the next light heavyweight champion? Magomed Ankalaev is one of the most dangerous fighters in the UFC light heavyweight division. After losing his UFC debut in 2018, he has been unbeatable, going on a 14-fight win streak. His incredible grappling skills and powerful striking make him a nightmare for anyone in his division. Ankalaev was once close to winning the title, but a controversial draw delayed his championship dreams. However, he never stopped fighting. His biggest challenge came against Alex Pereira, a dangerous knockout artist. Many expected Ankalaev to rely on his wrestling, but he shocked everyone by trading punches with Pereira. He even rocked him with a combination in the second round. After 5 rounds of battle, Ankalaev won a unanimous decision and became the UFC light heavyweight champion. A rematch with Pereira may be next, but for now, Ankalaev is the best 205-pound fighter in the world. Will he continue his reign? Only time will tell. Why are Dagestani fighters so strong? Dagestani fighters are not just lucky. They dominate the UFC because of their hard work, discipline, and world-class training. Their success is not an accident. It comes from years of intense preparation and dedication. One of the biggest reasons Dagestani fighters are so dominant is their wrestling background. In Dagestan, wrestling is more than just a sport. It is a way of life. Kids start training from a very young age, often before they even start school. By the time they are adults, they already have years of experience and are among the best wrestlers in the world. This wrestling foundation gives them a huge advantage in MMA, where controlling an opponent is key to victory. Another important factor is their strong discipline. These fighters live a strict lifestyle. They do not waste time on partying or distractions. Instead, they train every single day, focusing only on improving their skills. Their dedication makes them some of the toughest and most well-prepared fighters in the UFC. Great coaching also plays a huge role in their success. Many Dagestani fighters were trained by Khabib Nurmagomedov, Khabib's father. He developed one of the best MMA training systems in the world, combining wrestling, sambo, and striking to create complete fighters. His coaching turned Dagestan into an MMA powerhouse. Lastly, these fighters have incredible mental toughness. They never give up, no matter how tired or hurt they are. Their mindset is simple: keep pushing forward and never show weakness. This makes them nearly impossible to break inside the cage. Because of these reasons, Dagestani fighters continue to dominate the UFC. Their success is built on hard work, discipline, and an unbreakable spirit. The future of Dagestani fighters. Dagestan is not slowing down. More and more fighters are coming to the UFC. Some of them will become champions. The question is, who will be the next big star? What do you think? Will Islam Makhachev stay champion? Will Umar Nurmagomedov win the title? Will Magomed and Ankalaev defeat Alex Pereira? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. If you love MMA, don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing fight stories. See you next time!